Okay, so when we last left off, we had a conversation with a walking headache. I'll leave you to decide who was the worst one there. And we found out that we were, in fact, a bit of a bastard. Let's see if we can't at least get some meaningful progression today, huh? Alright. I like this game. I'm having bad game. I'm having problems trying to probably environmental down as well. I'm having problems sort of getting in the right sort of headspace for this, if that makes any sense. So let's go try this. We can straight off the bat. Sing karaoke. Okay. So let's go. Oh, let's try this again then.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Because someone called me a bitch earlier, let's do this.
You try to, very professionally, look at the corpse, but your stomach contracts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Oh, that noise. Spence say nothing.
Are you okay, officer?
You feel the lieutenant pat you on the back. Heavy, rhythmic pats.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Oh, I see. It's like he could just dodge around, I think. Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette.
He pats your back again.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
I mean, you seem fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a pause.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Can you do it without me then? I just can't seem to keep it down.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
He withdraws his hand and looks you in the eye.
You need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
I have been called some things in my life, but a volumetric shit compressor is,
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Oh, and that is actually locked behind the that's nice. Right, so let's take a look at that coming up. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the 2 hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people, maybe that'll help. Sure. Right, can I take this one off now? No, I don't want to do that. Not sure what's happening. Oh, can I level up, actually? I can. Where was... Endurance at 3, I don't really want to... Can I grab some suggestion, I think. Maybe turning the tutorial on might have been an idea. But nay, this game is all about deducing things, so we're not talking about right. Man tries to hit space by playing too much Rimworld recently. So, what are we doing? Read the watermarks. Oh, okay. Let's go to Kimmy's Curry! Would this be using his car? Oh yeah, I picked it up after I did this, yeah, that's right.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I think I must have heard that about 7 times already. Kimitori. How do I onish the headlights?
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Well, he turns the preheater on and waits to take his keys.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The raspberry gauge jumps, and the engine of the caprice cannon comes to life with a whiny growl.
Sorry, I didn't hear you over the sound of metal being blasted into my ear.
Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Boop.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay. Oh, yep.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There is a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
We shall look at the grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Hang on, let's have a look around us.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and say... that's the wrong way round. Oh, there's a comma missing somewhere. Ah, Martinez, he smells the air and says... It doesn't... It doesn't seem to fit right there. Where are we on this?
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his finger near the top of the map, on the segment of coast jutting out into the Great Ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse. Yeah, the amnesiac cop says he's seen worse. Interesting. Seems like a shithole.
It has its problems.
Now look at the perforations then.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
We are doing math!
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
I have nothing but time.
You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why, precisely.
I'm going to have a guess. That's the number of cases we've solved. Also, I like the fact it's actually snowing on the fucking car. That's cool. What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3?
That's it.
Kim, what do these mean?
Those are perforations.
Yeah.
They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Now, the guess is the larger number of cases solved, the 3 are cases unsolved. That's the guess.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
Yay.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I walked the land telling horse liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Is what I would say if I was crazy. God, drunk like a megastar. God, my fingers are pressing the 2 key, but I can't do that. I think I just went around apologizing all the time. Fuck, Dave, no. 18 years?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Do you really think I have an idea?
Fair point. Let's move on. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see.
Hey, the man!
Wow, more than 200.
I mean, 216.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
The lieutenant is nodding, clear with evidence of respect. I nearly said surprised for a second there. I'm surprised, you know? Hey, I'm actually good at this shit, apparently. So you're saying I used to be some sort of super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
So I am a killer.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
How'd you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look. I return with a finger.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Type tip-top racing?
Par exemple,
The lieutenant nods. We just found a hobby.
why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Now you are getting the finger. You've ever killed anyone, him?
Yes.
He says, declining to aberrate. Yeah, okay.
The lieutenant nods.
I think I was expecting that answer, which is why I wasn't going to press it, but hey, we may as well. Well, alright, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses the remote control on the key. Pressing space again. Oh, do I have to speak to Kuno? Why? Why for?
I can't believe it's snowing again.
Young woman watches the falling snow and sighs.
It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Do you have your salts? I think I could use some.
Sure, I'm done with them.
She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands them to you.
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
We have a need of directions.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Sure.
No problem.
Yeah.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
We'll sort that out when I need to actually work out where to go somewhere. Do I have to speak to fucking Kuno again? They already talked to him about this. Advanced apology. Let's get this shit over with.
Fuck does Kuno care?
The boy turns to you. He should care. Figure out what's going on with this kid, sure. About the crime scene?
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
Ah, here we go, yeah. Dead man's clothes are in the trash container. Yoink. How'd they get over there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with it.
Listen.
He stops you.
Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing.
He puts his
Your
pants.
size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters FALN running down his trouser leg.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about your underwear?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Give you a fucking pants scientist in a minute.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They're graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
That brain's just going off on one today, I guess. But enough about you obviously nicking shit out of the back of the van over there. What happened to his clothes?
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
What is with your obsession with meat products? God damn it! Sir, I will kick you in your well-guarded bollocks. Repeatedly, and without mercy. With a sledgehammer.
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
But just because you want the pants as well, Kim, I can see it. That might be interesting to talk about
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
What?
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Let's just go with the third one. I always say it out loud.
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone's tampered with the crime scene and cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Fair enough.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Leap!
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Right, so it's obvious that he's interested in solving the crime, but the monster over the fence is holding him back from it. Cool. Typical kid shit. That ladder, over there. Have you been up it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So, that's a no?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Well, you've got the pants for it.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Where the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Wait, hang on. You said the gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
So you mean the young woman over there? That one?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods, agreeing with himself. And I would say, yes, you do speak a lot of shit.
Yeah, her.
Thank you.
What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March?
I mean, we're in a far-off world here. We don't know what's going on quite well.
Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Yeah, sure, that's good about that.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Okay, let's back up.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Let's talk about your shithole again, Kuna.
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
It's 3%, motherfucker.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Kenna, you must have seen all kind of things throwing stones here. Want to help the RCM bust the murderer?
Fuck no! What are you? Fucking mentally handicapped?
I have Asperger's, so yeah.
Kuno, they've almost made you a snitch now.
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer.
What? He knows big boy style, incredibly proud of himself.
He'd rather die than work with the justice system.
Fine. Not empathy, okay. We leave.
Kuno doesn't.
I don't care.
Volumetric shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
I am barely holding it together laughing at that one. So, let's look at this. So, it's unlocking all the stuff, and I can raise it up to 3, 4. Okay. So, fucker shot himself. Okay. Down? There we go. Let's go, Harry. Is it Gart? Yeah. Is Gart in here? Yes, Gart's the manager of 3 cafes, you know. Yeah. That's not quite. Oh. Any fucker in here? Hey. What's that music out there?
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found their clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Who else has keys to it?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Okay.
Thank you anyway.
Could one of the staff have done it?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Seems a little forced, but okay. I'm not pressing it because he's an asshole and he'll flip off, so we'll just get back off here.
Yes?
Goodbye. Right, so that will presumably just say that I've lost the key. The oh, yeah, right. So, door. We're gonna open this shit.
You see a heavy steel.
So let's see if we can't. Where is it? It'll be pop up.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The cobalt blue, old cobalt paint. It leads to a side building adjacent to this.
So that doesn't do anything, okay. Unfortunately, one will need the keys for that one. Can't think him up there.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Okay. Maybe she's got something.
Hello again, sweetie.
No. I don't know what to do. Try the body again, maybe. Don't look at the tasks list again. Oh, but whatever, I'll do this one.
I can't believe it's snowing. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Tell me, what exactly have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so.
She points to the rear bulb, surprised at the question.
Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
She smiles shyly.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Very squinty.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
Trapper John?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Are you by any chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about.
She looks towards the yard, an expression clears.
The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to him, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help you.
She says, shaking her head.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
The lieutenant intervenes, looking at her intently.
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do.
Nod.
I think we're done here. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Close for winter. Please use main. Hey. Oh, that's the my balcony. Right. Well, there's something dark around here. Let's go. Here we go. Was this dark here? Let's get the old torch out. Let's just keep it there anyway. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. That gets me up the top here where I jumped down. So that's not actually helping me right now. Can you hear this here? Oh, that's a full heart running away, what's it? So we go up this way. Can I go around here? No, that's dropping back down there. So where is the... Can I get up there? Yeah, yes, there we go. Oh, there's some more shit about. And that's where I jumped down. Let's just go down here then. I don't know where to go. Obviously. So let's just pick a direction. So let's do the old Douglas Adams approach. Let's just pick a direction and go for it. nothing else in here, is there? I'll try the body one more time. So we're gonna toss this. Okay, yeah. 9:43. Okay, yeah. Well, maybe we should be able to do this now that we've got the prerequisites.
There he still is, looking right
Okay,
through
there
you
we go.
with his white eyes. The body, you crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Okay.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Oh, look, yeah. But there's a load of it over the side of it. But hey, progress. Let's go with the boots to begin with.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just regular boots, are they? It's got to be the army restrictive.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Ghost vision. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the souls.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic.
That is very helpful right now.
It's all you, baby.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather.
Sounds a bit
Fair
silent.
weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
What about the rest of it? Could it be salvaged?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't.
That's wrong. We think they took it.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Maybe he's just wearing these boots and there's no rest to the armor.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
What if they told him to strip before they hung him? To demean it?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
I will end you.
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
Okay. Two looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive.
The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger.
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
No, what would be the damage on that then?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Ka-ching.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
That's not what I meant.
Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
So how can he export that? Export. Yeah. Brain. How can this man afford such expensive gear?
That's for us to find out.
Checks his notes.
Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
So knock it.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Seems fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely.
He points.
See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like.
We're just gonna run it, whatever.
The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Let's have that's a serial number here.
Good. Can you read it to me?
He dips a drying ballpoint pen on his tongue. E50, 100, 1000.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
That'll be your station then, because mine's full of arseholes. Let's pull me off.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Bad idea, huh?
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
No.
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about to...
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
I thought there was clues or something like that.
How many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides,
He taps on it.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Yeah, let's back off. Let's back
The
off.
cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Bell time!
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under six-rotor airships.
For the love of God, don't question it, but this is definitely something for airlifting.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
It's reinforced for air transport, at least that's what I think anyway.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
So we're assuming dock workers then, aren't we?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
It kind of makes sense.
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
Maybe they wanted to make sure he stays up there, you know? It's reinforced.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Okay, fuck getting him down. How the fuck they get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
He points to the buckle side about him. I wouldn't have climbed up using a kid's ladder, surely.
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
He makes a pulling motion.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Ah.
The cadaver hangs from
Taboos.
an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
I have a funny feeling I want to shine a light on this arsehole. The body, not a... You know what I mean, shut up. Is there some kind of national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
I think we're missing something here.
I agree.
Jesus. A sudden ring fills the air, so Lieutenant pulls out the zipper of his orange jacket.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Let him work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal cap ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. Thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting, then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
The lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a colour-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. That's awesome.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
He says, sliding the camera close and tucking it away in his belt.
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
So, this photo is for...
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I mean, I should look at it later without having to worry about, you know, going through all that rigmarole of 4 hours of working out how to look at this damn thing.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
He hands you this piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look at him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there.
Oh yeah, he very dead.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside.
Yep.
The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Let's go, Inland Empire.
I'm gone.
Wait! Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
And...
In the past. Way out west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
Nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I've got another question for you.
Go ahead, Kobo.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your
Black, frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
imagination.
Motherfucker.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give them to me.
Here you go, loony.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
I don't think my name's Rooney.
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Harry.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
I hate you. You stink in your bang.
Do I remind you of someone?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
Baby affected with harlequinism.
You sure wrinkled out of that one, Coppolini.
Enough.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
Text was very different there, so I'm going to read this out now. You can come back and look into this face anytime you want. Humor yourself with my harlequin features. Ask me your little questions. Freshen your memory. Create associations. Remind yourself of your morality, Copperlopo. That's that last one. There we go. Anyway, enough of that bollocks. Kim, how the hell are we going to get him down then?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Let's take a step back.
And as you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration?
Observe!
Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I think that's probably suggesting he died as we see it, and he wasn't just strung up later. I need a drink after that one, we'll say this one first. His face and hands are pink. Thighs too, it looks like.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
He adjusts his glasses.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he was upright after death. Hands and feet, neck discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
You would still like the hypostasis marks in the neck to be a bit more pronounced.
Maybe he was strangled by someone?
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
He's been beaten, though. You see the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Stop being an asshole, dickweed. Fuck
He
best.
means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
Yes, well done. You hit a stationary target with ranged weapons. You brave, brave boy. Kim, could be something coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud
Oh, wow.
below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
As Matthew Mercer said it in a late episode of Critical Role Season 2, he expressed himself after his death.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
That's weird.
The fuck he's saying?
He's saying him shot himself, Kuno.
Talking about shit.
I am half tempted. Got lucky.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
Kim, I'm going to blow your mind here. I think he's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Yep. World no longer stores his personality and its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago.
That sounds about right, yes.
Fuck you. He nods in agreement. This is vast piece of conceptualization. Having mulled over it, the lieutenant says, yeah, that's about right. They'll back off.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you,
Let's go press
decomposing.
Let's press to 7.
Of course. You have questions. Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, now that time I got the right line. Yeah, we're done with this.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Yeah, I worked that one out, Brian.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, okay, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Could someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Can the boys in process take care of this?
No.
Why?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Maybe we can ask someone from the harbour.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Yeah. Alright, let's reconsider that then.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Good shooting, though.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
There. That buckle right there. That's your linchpin.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
We'll let Kim decide.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
We say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
a lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Try again.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
He looks around at the windows overlooking the yard.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
I can try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks.
He pauses and shrugs and proceeds to load the pistol.
Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
I was about to swear at him for that one, but it's like, no, actually, yeah, I deserve that. But he stones his own shit hand.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Right, so, you go chase after the girl. I'm going to put one in his leg.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, a P9 Armistice, before. At some point it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
Probably should take my gloves off first.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Take aim.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
You also bobble slightly in the air because this game is made, I think, in Unity. And what's probably happened is I'm probably on a bit of geology there.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Close your eye.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick, with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
No, I'm tempted to point at her. Shut up.
What? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Flip the coin.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Who's laughing now, you little shit? I don't know what to say any of these. How do I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
Lieutenant raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap
The
it.
ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. You could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
Look at my 5.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
You need to turn away from the corpse.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright.
In the meantime, we should locate the representative of the logistics company. My preliminary information suggests the Wild Pines have sent a strike negotiator to wrangle back control from the Union. I bet she has a fresh perspective to offer us. Since we've already talked to Evrart in the harbor, that interview is done.
Is this the Nope, sorry. Is this the infamous list of initial interviews?
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Alright, so... Oh, Kudo's lost his memes.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and...
Sorry.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
We're gonna leave though, actually. I'm not gonna do that now. You haven't talked to Kudo.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I talked to the gardener. She says you're a piece of shit.
Pig, do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town, and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno. What is up with that?
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass. Those pants are too small for you.
The pants are totally okay. Don't listen to her. She's trying to give you body image problems.
Kuno doesn't...
So, let's have a... Do I have 2 skill points? I do. I want to use them though. Wasn't there a thing I need to level up physical knowledge? Wasn't there a check I needed to do with that? The Elysium? That's wrong. Civil War was not the first to see the use of aerostatic aircraft on both sides, but it was the longest. For 8 years, folded multi-rotor aircrafts crisscrossed the air above Revachol, Ozon, Face de la Mer, and the Arcade Isles. They made sweeps over the sandy beaches and shot each other out of the blue sky, then sank as wrecks to the bottom of the sea. The Ace's High was a custom of the revolutionary side, performed by squadmates after landing. Lieutenant Kizaraka likes this. Why would that be? I like empathy. Oh, no. So do I still have those skill points? Probably not. Oh, I do. Do I? No, I knew one. I knew the one. And... do that one as well. Alright, so... Huh?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
May finish this off and call it early for today.
The pattern still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar.
Who are you?
Gone.
What's the meaning of this tattoo?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Fair enough. Well, that's why it's done. Okay, let's ignore what I just said about Ego after that one. Do it, Tassist. Okay, no, we're doing it. We're gonna do the full autopsy. Kuno's fucking electricity? 20,000 volts? Idiot volts. Volts of idiots.
The rotting man lies. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright, field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
He puts on his gloves.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Thank you, Brain! Why don't you know? What use are you? But anyway, seems we're wearing gloves and we're going to find... Well, sometimes it's better worth learning than doing. Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Gotcha.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
We'll just fill this in, right?
That's right.
Alright, so we'll open the ledger up to the autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Assistant.
That's you.
Me?
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner case number?
KK57-0803.0815.
Got it.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
That'll be the times he arrived here, not the time now.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Well, that's fair enough.
Next.
Name?
NA. Next.
Date of birth?
NA.
Age?
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm going to shoot for around 42.
He nods.
Alright, race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
I got that, okay.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Okay, sex.
Fucky!
The little monstrous claims energetically.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
We're gonna write male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Okay, duty.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Got it.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What exactly is treatment in this instance, anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
He placed his hand on the dead man's chest in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
We should start the post-mortem.
Radio.
the corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Alright, let's start from the top then. I can't speak. Okay, we got a ball for that. Anyway. External examination. Let's go.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body on its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Got it, got it.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
When am I going to get him?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Yeah, but then he's going to notice, and there's going to be a lot of shit inside them. Go right down.
The boot has a serial number.
Just
It's
a method.
E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Got it.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body. Shit, sorry.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Got it.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Got it.
Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
He examines the body using a measuring tape before making his assumptions. Also, there's a bunch of dogs barking nearby. I don't know if that's going to pick it up on the microphone, but no. I'll be sure to omit that from the evidence. Anyway, write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Why are we stroking his hair? Do it gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head. There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Go write it down, adding the bit of time there.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Got it.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we've got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Gotta look for a gruesome spot to cut, because it always measure twice, cut once.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Got it. Let's go.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
I press down on the 1 key.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove, until there's a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Got it.
Chest is intact. Normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia...
No, it's gonna happen, see?
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Alright, let's just move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Should have had some sort of inflection in the voice to indicate the struggle there, but I'm guessing he stopped talking, went, and then did it.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Scarring's too intensive to be more than just an lore official.
Mm-hmm. We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Yeah, that's 30%. Yeah, got it.
Last item. Hands.
He takes the man's right hand, inspects it, then moves to the other hand. Let's let him work alone. Says autopsy.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Maybe I should have taken over there. Sure.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
He turns his face to the side to breathe, but it's not enough. He buries his face in the hands of his jacket. And, yeah. Oh, you're not gonna like this one. Internal.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Do I? Fuck it. If I made out the moral of the story,
What would that be?
looks at you inquisitively.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
I'll just write a name.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
He leans in closer to the mouth hole, eyes squinting from the stench.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Can I shoot her?
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Got it.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched, almost like in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Let me have a look at this one.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Yeah, I got it.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
We don't have anything.
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tired and disgust.
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder and bile ducts.
Could I be an expert in those things?
Nothing in your alcohol-soaked memory directs to having forensic expertise on either one.
Not sure.
Neither am I.
That's it?
That's it.
Alright, got it.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
Completion in me wonder if there's something else we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening?
He looks at the monster.
At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Got it.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Got it.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes into a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, all the feces over there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the briefly. We're omitting the full hour, of course.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
1. Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Got it.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem?
Agreed. Next injury?
What about these contusions?
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Got it.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, The description of injury. 2 boxes.
Yeah, that's gonna be post-mortem, isn't it?
Right. Next,
So the ligature mark, obviously.
a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Got it.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Fatal.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How'd that go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I would not hold my breath.
Alright, what else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Alright, what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
There you go.
for processing.
He looks at the body, looks at the dead man one more time. Then the sip of the red paper in the hand. Oh, the corpse again.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, loony Rooney.
I still hate you.
Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
Yeet!
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. You pull down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis has shrunk, crawling halfway back inside him. There is nothing mysterious or noteworthy here.
Can't get enough.
Do you think we missed something?
It's gotta be something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Alright, where can we find a fridge for it?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Considering the amount of insults and the insinuations they've been making, that's hilarious.
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
Son of a
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Alright, bag him. Take him away.
If you think so, officer, I'm not going to object. I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I'll take it from there.
There go those beautiful enamel boots. May they rest in processing. Oh well, in another lifetime.
Then what?
It's too late to take him into processing today. I'll take him first thing tomorrow.
He pulls a black plastic cover over the body's face. Oh, what up, huh? And we get a loading screen. Thud.
Yes? What do you want to know?
Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
So it's more of like a struggle of who runs Martinez, basically.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary, somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are 2 columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills. The rows are endless. Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness.
For some reason, I thought you had 104 solved cases.
Well, technically. The official record keeper has been known to double count murder-suicides.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
Still a good cop, though, right?
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus.
I wonder what it says about me. Well, it says about my station. He raises his eyebrow. I think it's best for you to make the move.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
I mean, let's leave it as unspecified.
The silence carries.
So you volunteered to spoil it.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. Oh, what about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Okay.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
So why would the 41st send me?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to slight Precinct 57.
That can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if a person sent me here on this case because I'm a fuck-up? You know, like a joke?
I've considered it.
So it's somber. So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why's that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
So you are the finest.
I am the finest of nothing.
Do you really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Is that later? No, okay. Fine, we're going to leave it there. Well, let's head up to the balcony. We'll land at the balcony. Need to pass the time? Buy a book. Reading passes time meanly. Wait, what? Oh boy, it's happening in here. Man is still asleep.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Do it.
The worker continues to nap, undisturbed despite you shaking him. This guy's a real juggernaut.
Can't talk to you, nor you. Are you things for here?
Hello again, sweetie.
No. Can't talk to you. Girl, what's going on, mate?
Can I help you?
Nope. I don't think I can do this. This feels right. You belong here. Right, let's go for this. It's after 9 o'clock, so it's, don't be afraid to say weird things. I'm afraid to say weird things. I mean, I'm not afraid of it. It's just I don't see much value to be had in it. But so it's. So look at this. Oh, after 2, okay. My room locked?
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the in.
Oh, that's a good point. Hello. Okay, no. Yeah, key to one, yeah. Why is it not letting me into my apartment?
Yes?
Why is it not letting me into my apartment? Yeah, after, yeah. Why wouldn't it let me in? Pry Bars' house. No. I have the key. Why is it not letting me in?
Yes?
Oh no. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Oh, it must be the paper. Maybe there's something downstairs. Let's put the pry bar away. Oh, that's annoying. Well, we've done something. We've done a lot of progress because we actually managed to get the fucking bodies sorted out. But there's no one here to speak to. Maybe I'm gonna wait till Kim's debrief. Well, that was head behind the wall. Oh, hello.
You see a heavy.
Yes?
Oh, I was gonna try and flash the body with the flashlight, wasn't I? That's the front door. Look at this goes. It's all about money, you know. I don't know if Steve overlay up to there. I apologize if you did. Oh, well, he's keep his cartridges on that number then. Might as well stay and do it. How do I wake that man up? Do I do like fucking drop kick him in the back of the head, maybe? Hey, you! Dickweed! Anyway.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Okay, alrighty.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can you run a serial number and a pair of armored boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50, brake 100, brake 1000, make and model number is Fairweather T500VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isoleri law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Can I to the 41st?
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Okay. Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
There.
Understood, sir. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
Did I do that again? Right, so... Wild prawn wrap should be around here somewhere, and then there's the victim's tattoos, right. So I'll call her sometime tomorrow? After 10 o'clock, right, so... She's obviously gone. Can we go in here now? No, it's closed, right. Oh, hello. Love a little bit of wheel around here. Who dis? You hear the distinct squall of seabirds? I may have to turn this out. Hey! Nice. They say that. What's this? Ah, more cash. Nice. What have we got here then? Splatter bullet holes line the wall. Oh. Ah, very memes. Hang on, I've got an idea. Yeah. If I remember rightly, there was some more around this way. Oh, they're there. There's some around here. No! Harry Du Bois!
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor fucker.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
What's inside it?
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Kuno, then.
That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Periconesus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Periconesian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice.
Sea ice? Jesus, how far north are we? In! Oh yeah.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
So what's this doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and that statue in the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Erascler's doing. He muscled them out. That's how it usually goes around here.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It's frisky outside.
Boing. Chips is high. No. Me trying to use the, like that. I don't press the shift tab. A lowly cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. Bird! Mine. I've been this way. Oh, I've been over it. Fuck me. I've been over it before. I think I have. Oh, I know all the way.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
Because this is no ordinary wall. It is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors. All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
More.
Oh, Wallfather.
Bye off.
Your loss. Farewell.
Bye! I give out that call. Okay. Nice. Let's get out of here, Kuno. Wait, can I switch over the side of that?
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Oh, little girl, I wouldn't do it quietly. I would use a hammer.
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back. Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
Child, I know about 4 different ways I can end you, and I didn't even have a gun. God knows. Maybe I used it till the snow melts. You know what I know. Chairs and tables eaten by the rain and rot. Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. Oh yeah, we can definitely come over
This
and
must
cover
be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
We can do that in the morning. It's a bit late to be diving into a new area now. I'll do that in the morning. Disco has blades. Okay, Shivers is good for me, isn't it? I don't know. Alright, so we had a late barrel. So that's obviously behind the shed. I've got to remember to do that this. Later. A little further up here. So where was the fuck did I just back up there? I don't know. Rue de Sons Gizrain, roundabout north. Cape Side Apartments. Inside, the frame of a motorbike in repair and the tools used to disassemble it.
Hey! Up here, Piggo!
There's a girl up there. Did she spill the pint?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Just want to ask some questions, alright?
Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is urban expressionism.
You've been looking off to the side. What you looking at?
Can't you
Up
tell?
front.
I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
Say no what, alright?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
Why are you so committed to facing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
Okay.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
Oh, you're one of those. Well, I've got an opinion on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah?
It's hooliganism.
Let's be realistic. What are you going to do? Climb up there?
Yes.
You heard your partner, Piggy. I'm unstoppable.
Okay, fine. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein.
Wriggling a nose.
Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
He's not wrong.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, asswipe.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Watch your face, little lady. I've got memes.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job, okay? No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. It's going to be my copper type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Okay, let's keep that announcement on standby for now.
Good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
God damn it, kid. Oh yeah, sure, boring. We're gonna get to the stuff anyway. I'm collecting bottles. I don't think you can back in there. Alright, let's head back to the shops. We can't do that fucking thing now. It'll be this way. Do. Oh, that's the bridge I had the moment with. It's like, dude, stop! This bridge is gonna die on you. I was saying to that guy before. So yeah, I know where I am. I know what we're doing. So we'll try to hit. Yeah, sleep after 12. Sleep after 2100. Because, maybe I can't stay here anymore.
Yes?
Oh, so... I'm not sure why it would lock me out of that room, though. I mean, it's my room. I've got the key for it, so why is it locking me out?
Yes?
I might have to look this up later.
Yes?
So I'm not standing there for half an hour. In-game. Let me in! Maybe I click on my portrait, maybe. Let's move the bar.
Yes?
Oh, that just also came, okay. No, let's get super stuff then.
Hello again, sweetie.
How would you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I'll take the lyrics to a song. Want to roll with me?
Ah, yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song.
Sweetie needs money. Does Sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
Let's go for it.
Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Ah, of course, I sent to ask you.
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
That's just...
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I don't have money for...
I figured that's how that was gonna go. What the fuck you doing again,
Can I help you?
Yep, fuck. Right, let's get it over with. I don't really think I'm probably going to name this one something like got coonified and regretted it entirely. Or maybe something like, oh god, what the fuck am I doing? I wish to end the day. How do I end the day? Oh, yeah.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Definitely a lot to talk about. So.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't.
Yeah, that's doing that again.
Fuck does the fuck about it?
What's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
Uh-huh.
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Hey mate, do you want to buy these tracky bottoms? 500 real.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Who?
Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
You mean Maniata?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
And you're just telling me out of the kindness of your own eye, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
Oh, he's trying to deflect the fact that he chucked it in the fucking sea. There's contusions all over the body. Did you know that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
It's basically a bruise. I'm talking about the marks of stones left of the corpse.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Your test.
Get lost.
And for the last one, 8% yeet.
What's going on?
Think, yeah.
He's an ungovernable youth on your crime scene. Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm just a busted person, mate. It's just all I have, and you're not helping.
Take the pain, fucko. Take the bad.
Smelling weakness.
You hear that? See? Porker wants to talk about how he can't hack this shit.
Don't let him move in with.
You have no idea what to say now. You're just going to have to try to change the subject.
Kuno doesn't.
Well, we got there at least. Yeah, I'm probably gonna look up afterwards what's happening with this, and I'll probably start the next one with maybe the debriefing. Maybe a sort of a nice sort of recap thing, but yeah, I'm just spinning wheels here. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side, standing here pretending we're singing karaoke to the memes. Right? Kim, you get it? Fucking Kim. Set my bottle of bullshit up here, and we shall end it up here, I believe. I'm sorry I got a bit sidetracked there, but I really want to... It's like 9 o'clock for the debrief, and I don't know how to trigger it.
Yes?
Because we go to the case. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta leave it there because I'm just spinning my wheels here. Sorry, guys.